Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of my Zeah Only Ironman. To start off this episode, I've been doing some runecrafting, and as you can tell, I've switched over to Runelight to help me with this. And with this book right here, I will now have 30 runecrafting. So, big thing I'm trying to work on is getting the 77 runecrafting as quick as possible so I can get a pretty much endless source of blood runes. That way I can reach as quick as possible higher magic. It does a lot of damage, great on metal dragons, that sort of thing. Just overall, it's really nice to have the fire wave spells. But I'll be trying to reach 77 runecrafting as quick as I can, and I'll also be mixing in, still working on those 10,000, whatever they're called, the iron arrowheads, the getting the bars, smelting them, all that. Plus, I'll be working on some combat for a little bit of a break here and there. So, without further ado, here's the episode, and I hope you enjoy. So the experience is flowing in, and this is level 35, which means I can now craft chaos runes, of course. But I'm also starting to pile up a bunch of these books, which, it's getting there. I'm starting to have a nice collection, as you can see, and it's going pretty fast, at least for as fast as Zeah Runecrafting can go. Still got quite a ways to go, but it does speed up every level I get, which isn't bad, so I'm going to try to aim for at least 40 before I take another break from doing this and move on to combat or maybe some mining for a break. After a few more hours of hunting books, here we have 40 runecrafting, which unlocks astral runes, but again, something I can't do. It's just a little bit extra experience per book. I've been getting a solid, when I started about 35, 30, I was getting about 4k an hour, then about 4.6k, getting about 5.3k an hour now, so experience is definitely coming up. All these books I'm piling up, I can then just like run them over and then come bank, run them over, which later on can be some faster experience, but I'll save those up till probably looking at high 60s or something of the sorts. So, I can continue to do this a little bit more. It's kind of relaxing if you have something in the background and you just keep running books, so it's mindless. Keep on going. May stop at 44, or just whenever I just get tired of doing this, I'll head over and take a break. So, first raids of the account are done. It was kind of rough. Very rough. And the loot for it is 8 emeralds and 37 mithril. Not quite the most exciting stuff, but yeah, maybe a while before I do another one of these. But yeah, first raid KC if they count. Only took an hour and 16 minutes. Here we have 50 runecrafting coming in, and now I can use large pouches, of course. Big thing is, experience rate just keeps going up and up. Now getting 200 experience per book, and I also have all these books stored up. So, I think calculations I had put me at about 150, 175k experience from all those books I have stored up at the moment, which would actually boost me all the way up to 60 runecrafting, so that's pretty nice. It would take probably about 4 or 5 hours of just running the books back and forth. But I can do that whenever I want to. I can just keep storing them up, and I probably will whenever I feel like doing a giant boost. So, I'm actually kind of enjoying this, just watching stuff in the background, mindlessly collecting books. Oh, cool, it just changed. But, yeah, just collecting books. It doesn't take much effort, and soon enough I should be 77 runecrafting, and experience is actually coming in pretty fast. So I'll be back with probably a next runecrafting level milestone. So I finally got these, the fabled adamant plate legs. all I need left is the rune full helm from these things, and then I'll be completely done with greater demons forever. Also, getting close to 55 magic and 60 HP and probably 1 or 2 kills. Also got a genie event and got 19 Slayer. Don't unlock anything, won't unlock anything for a while, but getting levels in that too. So I'll be back with either 55 magic or if I get Rune Full Helm beforehand. So sadly I didn't get Rune Full Helm before this, but 55 magic finally means I can alch a few of the renoms in my bank. Yep. With the few extra nature runes that I have. I'm probably just going to keep that to mainly like rune warhammers, the rune square shields I get. Just really valuable items that would be a bad idea to sell to the general store. I mean, stuff like the mithril kite shield, I'm just going to sell at general store just because of how hard it is to get nature runes. Majority of them come from moss giants and hill giants, so I need to use those for when I'm using the Arceus spellbook to reanimate hill giants and that for prayer experience. So I'm not going to use high alchemy too much, but I will use it for a few things that are a huge advantage to alch over Salted General Store. So I was looking at the bank and I had 149 per pot, so I just grabbed the snake grass from all the way up here and just banked it down here, and now I have 38 prayer, or not 38 prayer, but 38 herblore, which means I can now make prayer pots, and I'm just going to finish these out. I just used the pie that I had to boost. I made 10 of them in total originally, and they come in pretty handy. I think this should get me enough to at least 41 or 42. Not quite sure yet. I'll see how far it gets me. But from there, I'm going to make some attack potions. I'm going to boost up and make some super attacks. So if you see those in my bank, that's how I did it. I just used another pie, get the +4 boost, and those should be helpful. I'm looking at potentially killing some shamans because the electric implings have not been that lucky. And it turns out shamans have a uncommon drop of dragonhide vambraces, which means it'll allow me to splash. So if I need to go AFK and I need to get at least 62 magic, that way I can use the blood runes when I get 77 runecrafting. So I need to at least get 62 magic, so splashing is probably going to be the best way. So I'll be back. Don't know yet. Probably when I'm getting some other type of level, or maybe killing something. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do in a bit. I did start to work on Hunter. I'm trying to get to 84 for Ninja Implings. That way I can get the snakeskin boots and rune chain body, and also I'm up to 54 runecrafting so far. So I know this might be controversial, but it kind of has to be done in order to progress my account and get the runite limbs and the dragon plate skirts and plate legs. I basically have to use a main to tank these and while I kill them, because apparently the anti-fires and prey mage, what happens is you still get hit 40s to the face, and there's no way I can kill them while doing that. There is the alternate of flinching them, but the kills apparently will take like 20 plus minutes. With bad RNG it can be like 30 plus, so I really don't want to have to deal with that. This still just cost me a huge amount of runes for the amount of kills I get. So yeah, this is pretty much what I have to do. Hate to abuse this and use this for getting the items, but it kind of has to be done. So hope you'll understand why I'm doing it. Once I get the dragon plate legs or plate skirt and the runite limbs, I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't want to abuse it for cash or such. So yeah, that's, hate to do it, but it kind of needs to be done. Alright, 7 kills into this, and nothing too amazing, I guess. No runite limbs or anything. But I did get my first full totem, so put this together, And I now have one Skatizo kill that I can do at some point. Gonna hold off a little bit, but yeah, now have that available whenever I decide to face Skatizo. So as you can see right here, I got 23 dragon kills, and I didn't really get anything. I got a Rune Battle Axe, which is pretty much the same rarity as the Runite Limbs, and got some Adamant Bolts, which I guess are useful later, but yeah, oh, and I got some Blood Runes. I got like 60 Blood Runes. So basically, I believe I'm unlucky on the Runite Limbs, which are 1 in 16, and I am basically just burned through 250k cash for basically nothing. I now am going to go sell off some stuff. I did get to 59 magic, a little bit towards 60, and yeah, basically I'm going to alch these 3 items here, and then I am going to go sell the rest of these to General Store just to recoup some cash. After that, I'm probably going to go train on some sand crabs. The worlds are kind of laggy. I died 3 times due to lag in the 2 hours it took me to kill 23 dragons, which, yeah, that was fun. So, nothing I can really do about it. Oh, I can enchant this, which I might as well do that now while I got this opened up. Yeah, so I guess good thing is I got a Amulet Power, so I forgot I could do that, and that should help a little bit on the training. And yeah, nothing else exciting. I'll be back probably when I have another major milestone with combat, or I get bored and I go off and train Runecrafting, but yeah, no luck with the Iron Dragon, sadly. So here's a quick look at the items I sold. I also had a Dragon Dagger that I ended up alching. It's just under 87k. Add that to cash stack and that should put me close to about 125k. I'm going to use a little bit of it to go to Sand Crab Island. And that is, yep, just, 135k. Nice. But, yep, let's look at how the cash stack's doing after all that magic training. So before I end up going and training some melee stats, I actually want to knock this quest out of the way, the Depths of Despair. It now unlocks a 3 sand crab spot down in this dungeon right here. That way I don't have to pay 10k every single time I want to go over to a decent spot. Also unlocks a teleport. I believe the teleport goes to over here. Yeah, should be over here. It's kind of nice, but still, the teleports first are expensive. I believe it's 1 mind rune, 1 law rune, and 1 soul rune, so I won't be using that too much. But since I can actually get a bunch of law runes now from the hill giants and moss giants, I guess it's not too bad, and it's not bank breaking to use it. So I'm now off to train combat and won't have to pay 10k every time I want to do that. So here we have 50 range any second. Has now been achieved. If I had a blue dragon hide, I would now equip that, but sadly those electric implings refuse to give me green dragon or blue dragon hide chaps, so I'll continue to hunt for that at some point later. I'm gonna continue on with the range because I need to get that up for those brutal blue dragons. That way I can get some of the nice loots from there, the blue d'hide top and blue d'hide vamps. So gonna keep on with this. I'm burning through the knives, but they should last me till maybe 53, 54. And then I'll be able to switch over to bow. Still gotta make those iron arrowheads and fletch them into arrows so I can unlock the mage short bow, but yeah, I'll get to that whenever I get to it. It's like 7k more iron bars, which I am not looking forward to. So here we have 60 range coming in. which means I can now wear red dragon hide, and I am just 28k experience away from being able to use a rune crossbow whenever I get those rune limbs. As you can see, I've been training up some strength. I'm probably going to switch over and get 60 attack and 60 defense once I get 70 strength. I do want to try and go for those red d'hide vamps now. Don't know how my stats are going to fare against the Lizardman Shaman. I've heard that at least one of the other Zeah Ironman has been able to get a few kills, like with this gear and stats. It will be a little hefty on food, but I'm just going for an uncommon drop, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't be unlucky and I can get those red d'hide vamps and I'll be able to unlock splashing for when I need to really AFK, and I'll be able to then get up and start to do some of the wave spells, which will be great once I have 77 runecrafting. So I got sidetracked a little bit, but it's something I need to get done. Here's 64 cooking, but I needed to basically cook some better food. I only had like a few tunas, nothing amazing to eat, so I at least want to get lobsters, and I ended up starting off cooking a bunch of fish I had from Winter Todd. I had a bunch of trout, salmon, tunas. I just started cooking all that, and then I decided to go do some mess hall, and the stews were about 65k an hour making those, which got me a few levels, got up to 62, then I cooked the lobsters I had and swordfish, and now I'm all the way up to 64, so at 65 with mess hall, I can do the pineapple pizzas, and at the rate I was going, I would be getting about 130k an hour experience, which isn't terrible. It's not AFK though, so. But if I was to go really hard and maybe use like Windows mouse keys or something, I could push like 200k an hour apparently. It's something I could do later on when I really need some cooking experience. It's not terrible, but yeah. Now I have food, and I can go off and kill some Lizardman Shamans, hopefully. As long as I do not get destroyed. Alright, so I forgot to hit the recording, but hopefully this kill should be mine. I tried killing in one world and it wasn't going too well, and yeah, so it ended up basically almost getting the kill, got about halfway, used about half the swordfish in my inventory, and then the guy basically came over and tagged and was like, yeah, no, get out of my world. I'm a main, by the way, get out. And that did not go well, so here we have it, hopefully. Come on. Come on. I got 26 seconds of poison immunity. Okay, first kill. And that is absolutely useless. Okay, so I guess I can do it. I can actually get a kill. I just used 3 prayer pots, and yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. So, or at least not until I get higher stats. But yeah, that was kind of fun. I don't know what I'm going to do for the van braces now. I thought that was going to go a little bit smoother, but is what it is. I will put these cherished herbs and bury these bones of my first shaman kill. And next, I don't know. Might do a little bit more skilling. Might get that 65 cooking, or I might just go back to combat and prepare myself for more shaman kills in the future. Also gonna throw in this clip here. Shout out to this guy. I just did the shaman kill in his world, and thank you for not crashing me and trying to force me off the world. So thank you, appreciate it. Might have looked like a dick, but sorry. But thank you for letting me get the kill. Just got 20 Slayer from a Genie event, and that means I can now kill rock slugs if they ever add them to Zeah. I've been just turning in these books for runecrafting experience, and It's going pretty fast, about 45k, 50k experience an hour. Sometimes I get like 2 books turned in from inventory. Sometimes it's 20. It just depends on how much they really like a certain book or not. And because of that, I've had a fair bit of a spread. I think it's about 30 difference between my most stocked book and least stocked book in the bank right now. So I don't think I'll be able to get to 65 like I originally thought I would, because apparently they decide to like certain books over others. But so far, just 5k experience off 60, and I'll be back whenever I finish up the books that I have currently. So I got 62 Runecrafting. That does not unlock anything for me. It is 15 levels away from Blood Runes, roughly 1.1 million experience away. That's going to take a while, probably somewhere in the vicinity of 70 hours. Yeah, it's going to take a little while before I finally unlock those. So I need a break. It's kind of like that point in Wintertod when you're like, hey, I want to train combat, but I gotta keep my HP low, but I really want to do something that's not skilling. Yeah, that's pretty much the point I'm at for the rune crafting. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do cooking until I'm kind of tired of it, and then I'll move over to combat. I want to try to hit that 75 cooking, but I'll probably stop around 70, or whenever I just get tired of it, really. With 75, I get the cooking those raids foods, huge boost of points when I'm doing prep for other people, which means better chance at sniping items and just better loot overall. So that's why I kind of want to shoot for that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, at 65, I get the pineapple pizzas here, which is a huge boost to experience overall. So I'll be back pretty much whenever I'm done finishing this up, and then I'll probably head over to combat, so I'll be able to kill shamans better, be prepared for the brutal blue dragons when I start to kill them, and such. So just got 65 hit points and 70 strength, also 76 combat from the sand crabs, and after 10 episodes and 3 months of progress, this is what stats are looking like. I've quickly gone up the ranks of the Zeah Only Ironman. I'm already the 5th highest total level out of all of the ones that have existed, as far as I can tell. And it's a small community. We had a new Zeah Only Ironman start, Krenme, and there's only a couple other currently active ones. Zeah Product, who is the furthest along. He's already up to like 1850 total, and it's pretty much towards like max combat stats, or at least melee wise. And then Zeah Only, who's almost 1500 total. He's the one that I've been kind of like grinding the Zeah library with, and he's about ready to hit 77 rune crafting soon. Sherlockness's Zeah Ironman, Zeah Slave. He's at 1650 total and did like 71 million fire making experience, but he burnt out and hasn't been on there really. And then Zeah Tinman kind of burned out. I haven't seen him on in a while, but he's the one that actually pointed out to the other Zeah Ironman that I had started mine when we basically ran into each other. And I wouldn't have actually found the Zeah Only Ironman CC if it wasn't for him. So this is what the bank is looking like. Still a lot of room for improvements, of course, but I'm pretty satisfied with how everything's gone with the gear. Well, I've preferred a few more rune items, but the gear, just overall, the Tomes of Fire, of course. God, can't get enough of those. And just, yeah, it's coming along pretty well. Still has a lot of way to go, but there's always the next episode to maybe make a giant breakthrough, get those runite limbs, then have pretty much my best in slot range item until like a twisted bow or dragonheart crossbow, which would come in my dreams, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty satisfied with the progress. Finding all the challenges, the ones that I knew were gonna happen when I went into this, and then like the ones that popped up, such as like the knife, and then finding out that there were better ways to overcome that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress, and I really hope you all have been enjoying the episodes and that they haven't been too annoying, too long, too short, that sort of thing. Um, Hoping to get the next episode out soon, and I know the levels are going to start to slow down a bit, and I want to try to keep at least a decent pace with getting these out and trying to have like quality achievements and stuff that occurs in them, such as like major gear upgrades and like major level milestones. But I'll do my best and see what I can do for the next episode, and I hope to get that one out soon.